Okay, we got that. That's a class 9, 45 meters. I wonder if I can actually... Let's see if we can get a bow on this thing. I used to enjoy Armor Wasteland more than DayZ at many points. Just because it had a lot of combat in, and you knew when you joined an Armor Wasteland server, you picked a red team, a blue team, or an indie, and you knew exactly what you was. You knew if you came across other team players or you were an indie, you could just kill. And that was the whole point of the game, and I really like that. 31 meters. Right, let's see what we can do. Dude, don't move now. Okay, third dot. Okay, he's dead. I want to see where that... Because he was about 30 meters, and I aimed the third dot for roughly where his heart would be, and I want to see where the arrow hit. So we can, like, work out what that drop is. Squirrel fan, thank you for 10 months. Okay, that's actually higher than I thought. Wow. So I put the third dot about here. And that's more like second dot, I think. That's interesting. So 30 meters. Oh, 30 meters, you're probably looking at the second dot then. Still silver. Still take it. Wait. We need to get this house. Oh yeah, arrows are this lethal in the game. I mean, to be fair, that was like the 600 gram bolt. That is a massive bolt. Heavyweight broadhead bolt, compatible with all types of crossbow. High weight means more penetration at the cost of less flat trajectory. They can get harder to reliably hit a target. So even with the heavy bolt like that, that still didn't drop as much as I thought it would. And it says effective range 30 meters. That's not true. We just killed something at 30 meters and that thing penned way inside the bison. Captain Flint, there is, I think, one or maybe two target ranges that I know of, and I can't remember which map it's on. It might be back on Leighton. There's a target range you can go to, and it's really useful. Oh, that's downwind, it's just smelters. Meh. Not really worth very much. Weasel, you get like consecutive kill bonuses. Yeah, death doesn't happen much quicker than that. Blimey. Actually wouldn't hurt, Smithy. It wouldn't hurt. You wouldn't even feel it. Biomech, the new DLC is just a map. They kind of split it up into different DLCs. Some are maps, some are quad bikes, some are weapons, weapon groups. That's how they do it. Actually, it doesn't count as a headshot because it's still... Actually, I don't know. I should have looked through it more. I don't think we got much points for it because it was just a rubbish female deer as opposed to an antlered male. But I think the head was intact, but I didn't really look at it. Trucker Charlie, thank you for 13 months. Been watching for years and loved every minute. Thank you. Condiment Services, thank you for 37 months. I still don't have any salt and pepper from you. Yeah, or herbs and spices. Got some kind of track here. It's like a bear. Oh no. It's a bison. Hey, Vinkman. Original Catfish, welcome back. I like your no-branded smartphone. It's quite clearly an Android, if you look at it. Looks like a Galaxy to me, I think. How old's that? Old. Yeah, the iSquirrel. It's quite a dated iSquirrel by the look of it. iSquirrel 17, I think. Matt Smith, welcome back. I saw something. The iSquirrel 17S, the bigger screen version, yeah. Could be. The iSquirrel XS. 17XS. Feed zone discovered. Pronghorn feed zone. Roundabout now. Can you imagine having a phone where the battery lasted 3 weeks? Can you imagine that? I mean, imagine having a phone that the battery lasted a week. With proper use. Yeah, but Nokia, I mean, you can make a phone that lasts a week if it's got nothing on it. I'm talking about a smartphone that lasts a week. You know, one that you can internet browse, listen to music, use like for an entire week. Problem is GPS sucks battery. If you turn your GPS off, you'll find that you suddenly have a lot more battery life. But then you lose all your location service stuff. Actually, Wi-Fi doesn't seem to suck the battery very much. If you're on 4G, it goes down a lot quicker than Wi-Fi. It does for me, anyway. Ground blinds. They're funny layout blinds. They are hilarious. You just basically lie in them, and then nothing can see you, then you just pop out and shoot stuff. I love it. Tree stand. Not seen this before. Upgrade your favorite hunting locations or make new ones with the deployable tree stand. If you're looking for a better view of an overgrown forest or better coverage at the edge of a tree line, the tree stand creates ample opportunities for ambush hunters. Target the highlighted areas to deploy the stand. Notable features include the ability to be deployed on a straight, sturdy tree, decreased visibility, and significantly less hunting pressure created when downing animals. I have never used one of them. Arctic conifer and timber. They cost 16 grand. And they weigh 6 units. That's quite a lot. The tripod stand is made for the adaptable ambush hunter who's keen on discovering the strongest vantage points. That weighs 6 units as well. It looks like one of those seats that the lifeguard sits on next to the swimming pool. Looks like one of those. Thought we'd go for a ride. Save walking so much. Don't bin it. Okay. Need more horsepower under the bonnet. You know, it goes quite quick downhill. Cold tires. Oh, I forgot about cold tires. That was not a 1X. Come on. It was going so well. Blimey, this is a bit of a drop. Where's the lawnmower blades? It's not an Audi. Yeah, this car's like on 50% now. It's kind of tricky when it's on a slope like that. It just doesn't want to steer. Leave on the road up here. These things are deadly. Now, given that it's early morning... Oh, look at the wind again. Scumbag. It's coming from this side. I was going to say, given that it's early morning, we might be able to find some animals. Like, going down for a drink and stuff like that. I swear that wind keeps turning towards the water. Elk? Egregious, thank you for 40 months. Your calm, quiet corner of the internet is much appreciated, thank you. Okay. Let's see if we can see anything. Yeah, that wind has literally like turned anti-clockwise. Kind of blind over there that you can make. A deer totaled the front end of your dad's car. I suspect the deer came worse off, though. Don't see a thing. He was running down the double yellows on a foggy night. He's probably terrified. Saw these like bright lights coming on it, didn't know what to do. I don't see much drinking. Not much scares the moose. They'll walk right into town. But we're just coming for a beer. $150 meters. Wait, something's coming.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Something is definitely coming. I think it's that pronghorn. But it could also be a turkey. Is it coming this way or is it just walking by? Just one of them? Your score's graded, Weasel. Up to 1,000 maximum, I think. But to get that kind of score, you'd have to hit a legendary animal, which are very rare. You can still get diamonds, though. What is it doing? I think it stood still and not moving. No, legendary as in like size and age. Like some like veteran deer with massive antlers and, you know, big kind of alpha male, like that kind of legendary. I can hear this thing, but I can't see it. There it is. there's more than one.
Welcome back, Nutter.
All the rest are scattering. Robo Joe, welcome back. Black bear warning call, blimey. Meh. 40 to 100 kilos is basically a baby. Can you kill 2 animals with 1 arrow? I've never seen it done. They don't generally pen all the way through.
Happy anniversary.
Original catfish, thank you for 3 months. That was a complete clean kill. I think the rest are doing a runner.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Moments of great content and community. Thanks. Now, they may rotate back down this way. So we'll just stay downwind of them and just in case they come back this way. As they sometimes do that. Probably going to see us shortly. Still a bit nervous. That's a level 2. Thing is, they have very good eyesight. Kirkar, good night. I think he's got to crawl through all this stuff and get to the point where we can see them. This one's 28 meters away. That bird isn't like... The bird's like, what's going on? I heard something. Oh, he should just leave. It's the ammo that you use that determines the weapon class. The actual crossbow can take... Well, we've got 3 different kinds of bolts. This is a class 1 to 2. This is a class 2 to 7, and this is a class 7 to 9. And I just use that one, which is a 420 gram bolt 2 to 7. This is what you need for these things. Run, dude.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
So that was a silver. Wait, what? That didn't make a sound? I don't get this hunting pressure thing. You kill something, the rest of the pack flees, and then they come back to the point where there's now a massive hunting pressure. It's like they don't care. Floating Fat Man, bullseye 50 months. Thank you very much. I think this one just completely missed. Just kind of odd. They just stay on high alert. Yeah, but they come back. I've seen it more than once, like many, many times I've seen them just come back. Around a lot these days due to life, etc., but staying sub. Appreciate that, Floating Fat Man. Thank you. Hope you can, you know, get into more streams in the future. But I get that, you know, IRL gets in the way. That turkey. I thought I'd shot that then. Wait, what? There's nothing but feathers. Oh my god. A completely inappropriate weapon. I wonder if this will have 1 or 2 bullets in it. Probably just the 1. Oh my god, get sniped. Get sniped, bro. Oh, look at that. A flesh wound. Right through the wings. How does that even work? Wasn't even worth the round I used. I think that bear's still around, you know. He just won't leave. That was fun. It's only a turkey. And look at it this way. You can just pull the wings off and eat the whole thing whole. Fantastic. That's Christmas sorted. So that's not a bad blind. Like, round here is pretty busy. And it's quite close to that house as well. Happy Independence Day weekend. I think that applies to North America only, doesn't it? I know, Yoshi. Said the C word, mate. Said the Christmas word. Hey, Jeffrey. We'll take the quad mic and run round to this mission thing. I think it is tomorrow, isn't it? 4th of July. Wait, does that mean... When's the public holiday, then? Okay. Oh, today's a holiday, right? Most people get the Friday off, so there's no, like... You see, in the UK, the public holidays are set. Like, for example, if Christmas Day was 25th, was on Saturday, and then Boxing Day was on Sunday, the day after, then the bank holidays would be Monday, Tuesday. They would be public holidays. They're always like the next weekday, working day after. So for us, if that was a UK thing, 4th of July, because it's on a Saturday, the public holiday would be the Monday. Up here. Nope. What even is that? US is the closest now, right? Gotcha. Wow, look at that elevation though. Yeah, we do seem to like Bank Holiday Mondays. I don't really have a problem with that, because most people don't like Monday. Monday is usually the day that sucks. So, always having that as a bank holiday is quite a good thing. You got $700 of fireworks. Wow. That's a lot on fireworks. How long will that last? About 5 minutes. No, Bob Geldof definitely didn't like Monday. Should be a right turn coming up. What? I don't know where people get their fireworks from, to be honest with you. I know, like, in November you can get fireworks, but outside of that, I don't know. More and more shops just refuse to sell them now. Mr. Rob Jansen, thank you for 34 months. Hope you're well. make our way on foot and see tracks around. This is a very steep hill. So I think we're expecting bears, aren't we? Where this Ted guy decided to go up the hill without a gun into bear country, and we've got to try and find out what happened to him. My guess is he became lunch. Maruk? Let's see how all that is. Just now, interesting. Maruk. Can't believe it's been a year since I subbed. I lost my job in engineering because of the corona situation. Oh my god. I'm going to get my Class 1 HTV license for a change of pace. I have my medical next Saturday. Wish me luck. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You've turned over a new leaf in your life. One door closes, another one opens. That's the way you got to look at it. Any verdicts on the new map? It's pretty enjoyable. It's I like the terrain. It's very, I don't know, you could be anywhere really. You could be Canada. It's like rocky territories in the Rockies. You've got usual bison, you've got some pronghorn stuff going on, some deer, turkeys. Turkeys are fun. There's a bit of a story going on at the moment. The guy who narrates does an awful lot of talking, like there's a lot of dialogue that he comes out with. For the money, it's pretty enjoyable. I mean, we've not even been over this side yet. We're just round here, and this is massive enough. Can hear something. Things are fleeing for some reason. Are they fleeing me? You're not doing a very good job of fleeing. You seem to be doing donuts to me. Well done. Expert fleeing. Oh, I get the gun out and suddenly manages to escape. Okay. Seems legit. By the way, the M1 is a pretty cool weapon. I had to try some of the other ones I bought as well. There were so many DLCs, like weapon DLCs that were £1, so I was like, buy. And now I can't remember which weapons I bought. Ooh, gold. Nice. Oof. See, if it had hit a 164.6, it would have been a diamond. But we'll take it. It's all points in the bank. Can you make me a coffee, please? It's my cyclist. I wish it rained a bit more in this map. That's the only thing I would say. I like it when it rains in this game. It makes a lovely sound, it looks cool, and it dulls the sound from you being spotted. I'd be happy if it just like rained most of the day or something, because that's realistic. Oh, look at this. Look at this cliff face. Mule deer. I think we found him. Oh, there's one. Oh, that's nice. Attentive.
Welcome back, Nutter.
Wonder what? If they come up this side of the hill, we'll get a clean shot. Looks like a kill.
Happy anniversary,
Not much wind. Well, there's so many trees. When you've got this many trees, you don't really get wind. Because the trees break it up. Needs to be the open fields for that, really. Matteo, thank you for 23. Almost 2 years.
welcome back, Nutter.
Clean kill.
Happy anniversary.
Both lungs. It's only a silver, though. It was nearly a gold. Look, it was only 21 points away from being a gold.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
I don't think there was another male. I'm going to go back up this hill.
Nutter.
Just in case there was another male. I don't think there was. Mr. Compat, welcome back. Ham Junior, thank you for 4 months. I don't see any more. Don't know how many we got. Maybe one. It's a semi-automatic. Might as well have a go. Oh boy. Turn this place a bit red. It's a bit better Vimto here now. That one's down here. That was the first one, I think. Better Claret. Would you suggest getting this game and what DLCs? If you like what you see, you think you'll enjoy this kind of game, then yes. Just be aware that in the beginning, it's quite tricky because you don't have many skills to use that make things a bit easier. In terms of DLC, the quad bike is a DLC that is very useful for getting around. You only need to buy it once, but you know, you probably will use it, so that's probably something to think about. Leighton Lake is somewhere that you should stay for a few levels and just kind of level you know, get some skill points and perk points under your belt. Decide what game style you want to go for. Stay away from the Tiger for now because that is quite tricky. This one's a good one. Hirschfelden and Leighton Lake are very good for skilling up. There's a lot of animals, plenty to aim at. Places like the Tiger and to some extent the Savannah are a bit more tricky. Silver Ridge is the one we're doing now. Yukon Valley, I think there's a lot of bears in there, so again, you need to have like bigger weapons and stuff, really. Hang on, somebody's coming back. These crazy cats.
Welcome back, Nutter.
I just can't get enough. I would have thought that was an insta-kill. So, I mean, and then you've got some weapon packs that, again, the problem with weapon packs is you just won't have the money to buy them. Like, you need in-game currency to buy stuff, which you only get by killing stuff. So there's quite a bit of grind initially to get your skill points and get your in-game currency so you can actually buy like decent weapons and stuff. So it's a bit of a slow start game, but as you get into it, it becomes very enjoyable. So really, you won't need many maps. Just those two, I would say. No, well, the weapon DLCs, you still have to buy stuff. I'm sure you do. Hang on.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
So if you go to the store and you want to buy one of these, say, that one's free. So that won't cost you any in-game currency. But there are others that I've seen that do. Oh no, they're free as well. Oh, there you go. So that's a DLC, but that's like 90,000. Which is nuts. So some of them are free. But some of them definitely do cost you money. That's 75 grand and that's a DLC rifle. So yeah. On your character, you know, you want to think about backpacks and stuff. What clothing outfit you want. You can wear different outfits. Depending on where you're going. Yeah, the bigger the backpack you have, the more noise you make. So, but it kind of gives you more ability to carry more stuff. Like, I like having a portable tent, but if you didn't have one, then you could get away with a much smaller backpack and you won't make as much noise when you move around. Or maybe you just want to run one weapon instead of two and just travel really lightweight. But I kind of have some skills that mitigate the noise a bit. When you first start playing the game, you will make so much noise. It's like you're walking around with cowbells. Mickey there, Jake. Good night. Oh, right, Jake. Fair enough. So if you buy the weapon DLC, it's free. But if you buy a map DLC and it comes with a weapon, you still have to buy it. That makes sense. Get a bit more mission done. TG fan, thank you for 8 months. Yeah, I mean, my don't, you know, my playstyle, Aaron, is enjoy myself. But, you know, you could go for... I don't tend to do much lowering. I tend to do more kind of ambush type stuff, I guess. Where I see stuff and then I approach it and kill it. But I do have some lures, so I do use them now and again. Oh, this is the guys.
That's the place. You found where the hikers spotted him. That's good news. Listen, I got a hold of Norman and he's on his way out here. But he's a couple of hours drive away. I told him that we were looking for his dad. Norman's really worried. He thinks that Ted has had a breakdown. Ted's wife, Jeannie, died a couple of weeks ago, and since the funeral, Ted hasn't been himself. The family were giving him as much space as they could, but now they're worried that he's fully isolated himself and he's made some bad decisions that have led him here. Norman took a trip to visit him, but when he arrived, Ted was gone and so was his car. Norman remembers his dad saying that he proposed to Jeannie during a trip to Silver Ridge Peaks 45 years ago. That whole region is a beautiful valley, but nobody goes out there unarmed while the bears are roaming around. It might be a long shot, but can you gear up with whatever you need and head into bear country as soon as possible? If Ted's looking for where he proposed almost a half a century ago, I just hope he finds it before the bears find him. I'll mark the beauty spot on your GPS. Be careful in those parts. Keep your rifle handy at all times.
Okay. Let's go to bear country then. Ted knows what he's doing. If he's gone to bear country without a gun, he knows the consequences. What if you find Ted being mauled by a bear? What do we do then, eh? Watch and send it to you being framed? Wow. 250 credits worth it though, isn't it? You know? Mr. Porbay, welcome back. Very old. Stobart Volvo, thanks for 31 months.
Welcome back, Nutter.
Mule deer warning call. You might buy this to play on your laptop while on the road back driving, on the road truck driving. So what now? Oh yeah, coyotes. To be honest, coyotes are best lured. So what you do is you go to like coyote area and then use the jackrabbit lure and get them to come to you. Otherwise they're really hard to try and find. It's like, you know, they're very skittish. If you get near them, they'll run. You have to sort of camp in a bush and just lure them in. I don't think I'm going to do racing this weekend, Trucker Joe. It's very, 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 very unlikely. It's the point of no. I did try this afternoon doing some practice, but I just wasn't feeling it this week. So I don't think I'll be doing it. I think it sounds like a dog barking. I've not actually tried the musket, no. I did see it and I thought... The flintlock. I was like, I need to try that at some point. There's another bow as well that I've not tried. I'm kind of going to circle around this here just in case. I don't know if the mission's going to script something for us. Also, there's a mule deer that we might be able to pick off. Have you got any tips for getting a new puppy? Blimey. Decided on the breed is the most important thing. Decided on a breed that's going to work for you as a family. And then trying to find a decent breeder. If you go online, there's loads of tips for choosing puppies and choosing breeders. I mean, we went for like a Kennel Club registered one, but they're way more expensive. But at least you know it's legit, and it's not coming from a puppy farm, which is the worst thing. This thing is close. Blimey, this thing is close. Still can't see it. There it is. I think it's a female. Yeah. I think it's on its own as well. I was going to say, blimey. Yeah, I mean, a puppy's like, you got to think of it as a 15-year purchase, basically. Because that's pretty much what it is. Big commitment. But he gets asked all the time, mate. I know that wasn't a particularly pleasant angle. But it's the only angle I had. The Switzerland of America. The Southern Rockies, a dot of geothermal sulfur hot springs. Nice. That is going to sting.
This is the beauty spot. But he's gone. There's no sign of an encounter. But look, Ted was definitely here.
Organs? No organs. This thing... Oh, that's just ridiculous. Like, the angle it went in, it would have just gone through everything. Oh my god. No organs, give me a break. Very low bleed rates. Whoop. Right, what does he want us to do? What's this? It's like a picture. Thanks.
Ted and Jeannie, 1978. I can't even imagine what's going through his head at the moment. My dad and I used to talk about men who would seek their solace in nature. He told me that if he didn't have my mom or me around, he'd eventually have just started living out here. I didn't believe him at first, but as I've grown older, it makes more sense to me. He's running from the pain he's feeling. Out there, he doesn't need to think about anyone or anything else. He can just be alone.
We need to think about the
Norman
birds.
will be here soon. I told him that his visit will include a trip to bear country, so he's got a rifle to protect himself. I'll point him to his dad's old camp for now. It makes most sense for that to be where Ted will come back to whenever he's ready. There's no tracks for you to follow, and while I don't like the idea of him wandering around, Ted clearly wants to be alone out here.
Why did you send me here then? Wait, he's got no tracks. What is he just... Is he going to float his way out of here? I'm pretty certain as a skilled hunter that we are, we could definitely track Ted.
I might have a lead on our missing yoga instructor. Sammy was driving home after the rappelling lesson, and she heard something that could be Miss Bodden. She had pulled over to look under the hood of her car, and she swears she heard a scream from the woods nearby. And I asked her if it could have been an animal noise, but she seemed pretty insistent that it was a woman's scream. I know it's nothing solid to go on, but it could be what leads us to her. Can you check it out? I'll mark the spot on your GPS.
So what? Hang on, have we got an elk call, haven't we? I like using the bow personally. Although you do have to get pretty close. I've not used the shotgun that much. I don't know what the range is. The only thing I've used a shotgun for mostly was like duck hunting and stuff. Well, if you're a newbie, you'll be very restricted on what you've got available. They're all good, the bows, though.
Welcome back.
Yurevich, thank you, 46. Your sub have been cancelled. You don't watch Twitch do that sometimes. It's really annoying. Is that a corpse up there? I wonder if that's the was it the mountain lion that I shot in the backside? There was an elk round here, but I don't think it's there anymore. I don't think that's Ted. That was a mythical level 8. I just shot it in the bone. I could hear something up here. I thought it was the elk again. He wants us to go down there again. What a scumbag. Hmm. I love it when the clouds come in and just like hit the tops of the mountains. Looks so good. I don't know, Vardinator will see what I think when I get up. There's 6 more to get that. We need to know the end of the gripping story. Well, we're not on TED anymore. We've got to go and find a yoga instructor now. Which personally I think is a bit of a stretch. Oh, come on. You've got to be impressed with that one. Come on. That was on the fly. That wasn't even like something... That was amazing. Oh, you do better then. Come on. You do better. That wasn't bad. That was good. That was clever. That was clever, and you know it. Yeah, it's a tough crowd, I agree. Tough crowd. You guys post cracker jokes, I give you a good joke and you're like... There's a lot of turkeys around here. I was bending over backwards to give you that joke. It's exactly right, compat. Didn't see a single bear. It's like, oh, that's bear country up there. Don't go there without a gun. Sees a mountain lion. Ooh, this is nice. Get this house. Another fast travel point. Level 34. What do we need to level up? Where's the, was our kill log? The codex. No, there is. Latest harvest. It's a caribou, common. It doesn't tell you what it was, like, it doesn't tell you that it was a legendary or something. How do we sort this thing? Is it me, or is this just not doing anything? 2018, latest harvest. Seems legit. Isn't it supposed to sort by column? That's not working. That is literally not working. The history's working, but that's not working. Yep, seems to be bugged. Seems to be bugged. Oh well, tried. Right, it's 9:10. I should probably stop, shouldn't I? So I shall be heading out. I will be back tomorrow at 12 PM. For 2 streams tomorrow. Ugh. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for your support. Have a great rest of your Friday evening. And hopefully I will see you tomorrow back at 12 p.m. and also at 5 p.m. tomorrow. See you at 12:01. All right, that's it from me. Take it easy, guys. Have a good night. Love you all. Good night.